Hey, and welcome to another episode of Real Conversations, where we talk real about love, dating, and everything in between. I'm your host, Nicole Jones,
And I'm Quana Terry.
and we would like to thank you guys for joining us for another episode.
Thank you so much for that, Nicole. It's been a crazy few weeks, but we are back and ready to just, dive in and talk about, like Nicole said, real things, real issues, real everything. The first thing that I want to go into is this is something that happened maybe last week. And I did, we posted about it on our channel, but we hadn't gotten a chance to talk about it. And it is just the fact that the underdog, Tiana Taylor, the beautiful, talented Tiana Taylor, she was awarded a Golden Globe for Best Supporting Actress. And I was so clap up there. Oh my goodness. I loved her speech. I loved that she started it out with like, thank you, God. Thank you, just Father God, in the name of Jesus. I was like, yes, you that's what you do. You um you think, but the force behind it all. Because without him, nothing is possible. So I was very, very happy that happened. But Nicole, have you seen her? Her dress that she wore was beautiful. Hey, we can go into that. Her dress that she wore on the red carpet. Look at that. Oh my
She
gosh.
looks
Body
amazing.
T. Body T. Okay. Body T. She looks beautiful.
She really
Um,
does.
right? It was just the perfect dress for the moment that she shared on the red carpet, as well as the moment that she shared on the stage. Like that was just amazing. Look at her. She's just a beautiful girl.
And it helps that she is from New York, our hometown.
Right?
Shout out
She's
to
from
New York.
Harlem, right?
Yeah, she is. Yeah, she
Oh
is.
gosh. Yeah, she looks beautiful. And I was just like so in awe of one, her her speech, but also just the fact that we've been saying this, like 2026 is going to be a good year, and it's proving to be just that, a good year for many people, and it's only just begun. But just
Yeah.
to see her in her element and just her see her get the accolades that she deserves is amazing, right?
It's well deserved. But also, if you guys, didn't see it yet, there's a movie on Netflix right now called Rip. It's a great movie. It has Tiana Taylor in it, Ben Affleck. Oh man, what's the other guy's name? Oh, he's Ben Affleck's best friend. What's his name? Matt Damon.
Imagine. Okay.
Oh my
Hmm.
goodness, I'm like, how can I forget? Remember, they wrote Goodwill Hunting back in what was that, 97? Was that
Hmm.
97? I
Don't
think
give
it
me the
was.
line.
I think it was 97. But go check that out. She did an amazing job. They all did. And I believe it's gonna do great. Watch it, Rip, on Netflix. Tiana Taylor, this is her year. Everything that's coming out is gonna be phenomenal for her. Did you guys see that she did a redemption of Sade Cherish Today? Cherish Today, right?
Cherish today, yes.
Yes. Oh my
Hmm.
goodness. Did you hear it?
I haven't heard it, but I know everyone was talking about it. The buzz is there, and I'm like, oh man, I have to actually listen to that. Um, I I am not surprised. She is a multifaceted, multi-talented individual. So I'm just happy that she's actually getting the recognition and accolades that she deserves. Again, I love an underdog takes the win, and that's exactly what's happening right now. So, I'm happy for her. So,
hopefully, if you haven't watched it, please go out there, of course, watch Rich, who's in that one on Netflix that Nicole said. And then also go and check out her rendition of Paris Today by Sade.
It's amazing. She puts her own twist on it, but she sounds amazing. So, yeah. And you know what about think about Tiana Taylor and with a lot of these stars now, Nicole, that they are coming into their own and realizing and prioritizing. I'm going crazy. Prioritizing their
Yeah.
peace.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Right? They're
Mhm.
prioritizing their peace and they're prioritizing themselves and creating healthy boundaries. I love that because it seems like those people who have done that, they are successful and they're also looking more at peace. I looked at there, I think Mary J. Blige was talking about her beau on I don't know if it was Tamron on one of these talk shows or was it J Hud? No, I don't think she was on J Hud, but I know she was on Sherry,
Okay.
and she looked so beautiful
Good.
talking about her beau. You know, they were asking what did she do for her birthday? What did he do for her birthday? And she's just like, I am prioritizing my peace. I'm
Ooh.
not, like she had a whole spiel, and there was one line that she said is that she said she doesn't like to argue, and I'm paraphrasing right now, that she doesn't like arguing. However, um y'all must be friends because if after all is said is done, if the love doesn't come back to a friendship, what kind of relationship do you have? And I was
Man,
like,
that's a fact.
okay, Mary.
That's a
Like
fact.
she said, I've been through so much in my life. Like I just want peace. It doesn't take all of that, basically. And I love that. I was like, go ahead, Mary. I was so happy to hear her say that, and she looked beautiful, skin glowing. She is happy.
My skin
Like you
is
can just
always
see
going.
it. It is, but you know what? I think this was like even her eyes were clear. The whites of her eyes were like clear. It's like she has given up and has sacrificed so many things, and then she just placed some boundaries there where she's not compromising herself for
Mhm.
anyone. And I was like,
Yeah,
wow, get her,
I love
girl.
that for
Like,
her.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. After all she's been doing, Nicole, you and I were talking about that maybe like a week ago about
Mhm.
her and her ex-husband and what he put her through. And it's
Mhm.
like amazing, amazing.
Yeah, because
Amazing.
I don't like the way the system. We spoke about this earlier. I don't like the way the system is and how they like. She's the one that got the short end of the stick, but yeah, she ended up having to pay him money. Like, make it make sense.
Yeah, yeah. And that's it, but that's where we have to go make sure that we put our protections in place for
Yep.
certain things. But that's
And
another topic.
that's exactly what you said though. You said
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. That's put your protections in place because you need it. You need them. So I feel like I mean, whatever it is, she's gotten over that hurdle. She looks amazing, and I'm like, you know what? It happened. It was a lesson that she learned, and she moved forward. So I love that for her. I'm like, go ahead, Mary J. Do your
But the one
thing.
lesson I'm glad she didn't like miss out on is how sometimes when people get hurt so bad, they just give up on love altogether, and she didn't, and I love that for her.
Yeah. And love is the way. Like that's the way through. Whether you're loving yourself or loving someone else that's reciprocating that emotion, love
Hmm.
is the way. So, and I think she found it. So, let's see. We're going to talk more about showing up for yourself in our next segment because it's important, and we have a few tips and tricks for you to be able to show up for yourself and knowing how to make sure that what you're getting out of your life is what you require, not what someone else requires. So that's coming up in the next few minutes.
Okay, so today we're talking about something that sounds simple, but it really isn't. It's hard for a lot of people, and that's showing up for yourself. And when we say showing up for yourself, we're not talking about perfection. We're talking about choosing yourself even when it's uncomfortable.
Mm, yeah. Um, Literally, because your relationship with yourself sets the tone for all the relationships you're gonna have after that.
Yeah.
And realizing that early on can save you so much heartache and pain, right?
Hmm.
I feel as if when you when you show up for yourself, and it's all about self-acceptance, like let people see the real you, all the weirdness, all the quirkiness, all of the things that make you you, and you show them that unapologetically. It's important for us to do that. It's important for us to prioritize ourselves and making sure that we are the best versions of ourselves. And like I said, told you before, Nicole, if somebody has an issue with you showing up for yourself or setting boundaries, then maybe that person shouldn't be in your life, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it's like you said. I mean, it's the same as like keeping promises to yourself, the same way you would keep it for someone else. It's realizing that constantly pouring into someone else, while neglecting yourself. Like all of that is a big. It's a form of abandonment. You're there for everybody else, but abandoning yourself. Like you gotta show up for you the same way you show up for everybody else. And if no one is showing up for you, that's okay. If no one, you got to do this while no one, the same as if no one is clapping for you,
Yeah.
as if someone is clapping for you. I'm sorry, I said that. Like
It's
I
okay.
turned that all the way around, but you know what I
It's
meant.
okay. It's okay.
When someone like if they're not doing it, so what? You got to show up just like if someone you got a standing ovation, in the room. Doesn't matter if there's someone there or not. Do what you got to do
Yeah,
for yourself. Because we the only
very
ones
true.
that's gonna do what we do for ourselves. We do it best, okay?
That's true. And it's like, treat yourself like someone you love, right? You love yourself. So you're going to want the best for you. And you're not going to want to um give yourself the bare minimum.
Yeah.
That's not showing up for you. It's like you said, you give everybody else something, and then you take what's left over. No, you're supposed to pour into yourself first, and then you pour into others. You build yourself up again. Talk to yourself like someone you love. I'll be in the mirror like, oh, I see you. Like, just making yourself, loving on yourself, doting on yourself. And then also, we talked about setting boundaries in one episode. It's so important for you to do so. Set healthy boundaries. Not
Hmm.
everybody needs to have access to you. Not
Yeah.
everybody is for you, right? So
Yeah.
setting healthy boundaries will help you, one, deal with you, and it'll also help you move forward in life. And with good boundaries up, and then also healthy emotions. When somebody's always there draining you and trying to take from you, that causes you to not show up in your own life. You're tired, you're lethargic. No, you do what you need to do for you, and then if you can do for someone else, as long as it's not detrimental to you, do it.
I like the part when you said setting boundaries, right?
Hmm.
Setting boundaries is not having to explain yourself. You don't have to explain yourself for everything. You said
Yeah.
what you said. I say that all the time, right? I said what I said.
Yeah.
Or like leaving situations where they are. you know. Um,
Mhm.
um, it's like it's tolerated but not valued, you know. Something that you're not, if you don't tolerate it, right? Did I say that right?
I'm trying to follow.
I said leaving a situation where because I read it halfway. Okay. I said
Okay.
it halfway. Um, leaving situations where where you are tolerated but not valued.
Oh, okay. That's true. That's
Mm-hmm.
very true. Listen, I think I heard someone say, I heard it or I read it. No, I had to read it. It's like if life is a stage and you're the agent, like show up as the character you want to play.
Ooh, I love that.
I was like, okay,
I
you
love that.
know, I was like, that's, certain things like that. Those motivate. I don't know where I heard it. It was like a motivational speaker or something like that. And when I
Okay.
heard it, I was like, yo, that's, yeah, I understand that. That actually was so fitting for me in that time, and it
Mm-hmm.
just kind of catapulted me to saying, yeah, you know what, I'm showing up for me. I'm showing up for me. I'm going to do the things that I want to do. And part of self care is if there's something that you love to do and it brings you great joy and comfort, do that thing because that's going to help you live a meaningful and fulfilled life. You know, if you know that it brings you joy, then it also brings joy to other people. That's a
Mm-hmm.
plus. But as long as it brings joy to you and brings you peace, do that thing. Do that thing. And it's like, so caring about yourself to make room for the things and stuff that you love in your life, right? Nicole, you like massages, right? That's a form of self-care. But you know what? I have a monthly massage appointment on the calendar. Let me
Mm-hmm.
go and get my monthly massage, because that's something that I love, something that nourishes me, something that brings me joy. Let me make room for that. So
To me,
I'm not
that's
neglecting
choosing.
myself.
That's choosing peace over chaos, alignment over attention.
Mm. That's choosing
Yeah.
that's a form of self-care. It's
Yeah.
choosing you in a lot, and loving on yourself. Because we can go to work and we can put in all these hours and do what we need to do a great job for someone else. Why aren't we applying that same principle to our lives?
Right.
So if there's something, whether it's running a business, whether it's just starting something that's going to better you, emotionally, mentally, physically, start that project, do that thing that brings you joy, because that will help you again live a fulfilled life. And we
Mm-hmm.
talked about that on your birthday show, living a fulfilled life. It's so important, and not allowing people to dictate that or make you feel bad for wanting to do something for you. Don't
Yes.
allow them to do that. You know.
There's a lot of
hmm
people out there that do that.
Oh my gosh, it's if, like I told you, and I said it earlier, if you have somebody that is not happy with the choices that you've made for yourself,
Mm-hmm.
get rid of them. Get rid of them. That person's only going to bring you
Great
down.
advice.
That person's only going to bring you down. That person's only going to give you bad advice on purpose.
That's the sad
And,
part.
okay, give you bad advice on purpose. So, you listen to yourself, you listen to that inner voice, and then you move accordingly and continue this alignment with what God has for you, because some people don't understand that what God has for you may not be for them. So God is like, hey, I need to separate you from those people because they can't have what I'm about to bless you with, because it's not their time. And once we understand time and season, we won't get upset with others when they move on and become successful in their own right, you know?
And we've said that time and time and time again. So, somebody's got to get it one of these days, We say that often on this show. So, you know, just to help you guys, we sit there and instill that in our lives. We're not sitting here talking about things that we didn't already apply it to our own situations. We live and learn. We learn new things every single day. That's how how when your brain is like all over the place. I'm sorry, all over the place. Like when you get to that point where you can figure this stuff out, and I'm not saying that we figured this shit out all the way across the board because we did not. We are still learning. Okay.
Yes.
But your brain, how you know where you're supposed to be is because your brain gets so calm and it just aligns and it's like one after the other. And it just is enlightened. It's enlightened. Like it's like every time you want to walk, it's like a light shining on the next step so you can walk forward. You're gonna be able to understand and see for yourself when you get there. But putting yourself first, like we're saying, show up for yourself. Setting those boundaries, and not allowing anyone to cross those boundaries. That's why they're put in place for a reason. Because
Absolutely.
a lot of us tend to, to back up when certain things are being done. We can't do that. You put them there in place for a reason. So you gotta stand on business when someone tries to cross over that threshold. Like, nah, this is what it is for a reason. This is what it is that I'm saying, and that's it. If it be for me, because we cross over our own boundaries too. We act like we didn't put them in place for a reason. You gotta set them and stick by them, so everything else can flow the way it's supposed to flow.
And that's great, Nicole. Part of you accepting yourself, part of you showing up for yourself is addressing or confronting any mistakes that you've made, any flaws that you have. Flaws are character. I feel like they're things that once you accept them, no one can use them against you.
Yeah.
Because when you're going through a journey, especially one that's a journey back to yourself, a journey back to loving on yourself and doting on yourself. There are going to be a lot of people who may say, I remember when, or he or she was never like this, or I remember when they did that. We remember too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've accepted those mistakes that we've made. I could sit here and tell you a plethora of mistakes. There's so many mistakes that I've made on my journey and on my journey called life, but there are now lessons that I learned from some mistakes we've made more than once. But as we journey ourselves back to being one with ourselves, I think that owning those mistakes, owning our character flaws, and saying, okay, this is who I am right now, but I'm working on it. And so that allows that allows for you to kind of control your narrative, because people want to control your narrative all the time. But you control your own narrative, and you telling your story or you admitting certain things is, before someone else tries to tell your story, is so important. So this journey is not for the faint. It's not for the weak. But it's so worth it, because once you get back to the place where you are whole within yourself, it's a piece of cake from there. Nicole, you mentioned something about just having peace, and we call that like the peace that surpasses all understanding. While there are things happening around you, there's so many storms or so many fires happening around you, you're still laying in the eye of the storm. And where the eye of the storm is, there's peace, there's tranquility right there. But you stay in the eye so that everything else that around you is going on, and you're just like, it's not bothering you. You're just looking, you're like, okay, that's happening over there. They putting that fire out over there, but I'm going to stay right here. And it's amazing in the eye of the storm.
I'm gonna say this. You know, for those of you who struggle with this part, start small. One boundary, one honest decision, one moment where you choose yourself. You know, start small with the smallest thing, whatever that may be to you. You know, for everybody, it's different. You know, so just start small. One boundary, one honest decision, and a moment where you choose you.
And it can I love that, start small, because it could be something as small as, okay, you've been waiting all day to go to the movies to enjoy your popcorn by yourself, and then someone calls you with a problem that they've caused in their life, and they want you to drop everything and handle that. In that moment, you can definitely say, I've been waiting on, I'm sorry, but I can't assist at this time. I need to go take care of something for myself.
That sounds like no.
And you know, so you're doing that. Some people, a lot of people don't like to hear the word no. That does not mean that it shouldn't be spoken. But if you can let them down eloquently, but also while choosing yourself in that moment, like, that's the best part of that, because now you've been waiting for this. Now you've satisfied you've gone to the movies, you've done whatever you need to do. And if you want to listen to that person's problem afterward, by all means do so, but make sure it's not jeopardizing your emotional and mental health while listening in on that story. If you can't if it can't edify you or build you up, or if there's a lesson that can be learned from it, I personally feel like you shouldn't entertain it. So
I'm just saying, if no one told you today, you matter.
yes.
Your needs matter. Your healing matters.
Yeah, you matter. You're loved. Even if you don't feel like you love yourself, you're loved. God is love. He loves you. And that's the first step, is knowing that you are loved. Knowing that you are loved, even if you are in the mirror looking at yourself as a picture of imperfection, you're still loved, because we are all imperfect people. And one last little analogy. I don't know if it's an analogy, but let me just tell you. Okay, there is this Chinese glass, and so someone said this to me maybe like 2 Sundays ago. There's a bowl that it's like I'm not gonna, it's like tempered glass or something like that. It's made of just like this beautiful glass. And the philosopher said, when Chinese people, or when Asian people break the bowl, they don't, and it has like little cracks in it, they don't throw the bowl away. What they do is they use some sort of compound. It's like gold compound to fix the cracks in the bowl. So even though there are cracks in your bowl, you're still worthy. You're still beautiful. And your cracks are what make you who you are. Your cracks are what causes you to be an inspiration and a walking testimony to someone else. So don't forsake those cracks. Those cracks are beautiful. Those cracks make you who you are. So
also, I'm sorry, showing up for yourself isn't selfish. It's actually necessary.
Yes, it is, for sure. All right, so I think we are done with this particular episode. Hopefully, you got a few gems out of there. Hopefully, it provided some insight and also some inspiration to you to keep going. Don't give up on yourself. Okay, God is not giving up on you. You don't give up on yourself. And if you need assistance, please always reach out to people that will build you up, edify you, and not tear you down. Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right.
We'll
Well,
see
once
you on the
again,
next.
go ahead. Go ahead, Nicole. All right. So Nicole kind of went away, but I think it was because she laughed. She was about to close it out. So I'll wait for her to come back in. And
What
I
happened?
think she's here. I believe you laughed and then it went out. So I don't know if you hit something. I'm unsure, but you're
Oh
back now.
no.
Yeah, you're back now.
Oh, so my bad.
It's okay. It's nice to see your beautiful face. I was talking to them. I'm talking to our peoples. I'm like, Nicole must have laughed because you bent back a little bit, and then it just went off. I was like, oh, okay, she had a real good belly laugh right there. So I
I'm
said, we're just gonna let
sorry.
it
All
come
I
back
said
in.
was because I thought I was talking to the people then. All I said was we'll see you guys on the next episode. Until then, choose you. Did you hear that? You didn't hear that part?
No, you said okay. See you guys, and then that was it, child. And
Oh
then,
wow.
yeah.
Okay.
But that's an awesome way to end it. What did you say again?
I said we'll see you guys on the next episode. Until then, choose you.
Yes. All right. Well, we thank you so much for watching Real Conversation. Again, I am your host, Quanitary,
And I'm your host, Nicole Jones.
and you can find us on YouTube at real_convos_podcast. And you can also find us on Facebook.
At Real Conversations 2021.
Okay. Thank you so very much for watching once again, and God bless.